Yeah, I was wondering that one.
Hello, everybody. I don't know if you are tuning in. I hope you are. Just an impromptu live event, just hanging out online with my really nappy hair. So, if you're by, drop by the comments there. See if anybody joins in. And if you want to join the shows, pop me a message and I'll send you the link. I've got some friends who may be popping in and out. So just drop on by. But anyway, what I'm doing is I've got some old mocks that I'm going to be tearing apart and some stuff that I finally discovered in a box that I've been looking for. So anyway, so I'm just chilling. Check out, see if anybody's joining in. Anyway, I know my friend Mark is coming. Do what? Jake is fortnighting over there. Hey, Winter Bricker, how are you? MJ Bricks, what's going on? If any of y'all want to join in, just say, hey, I want to join in and send me a message or whatever and everything. But if you're lucky, I might show you super secret unproduced Lego bricks. You know, hey. Speaking of farm animals, look there. It may have faded. Oh, no, this is actually made by a different company. Don't have a goat, unfortunately, but I do have a sheep. Look there. This is not a Lego sheep. It is just a sheep. I think it may be by Brick Arms. I think that's who made that. And I have some pretty cool Brick Arms. It's a Brick Arms pig. Yeah. Super secret. That's right, Winter Bricker. All right, I'll go ahead and give you one super secret gander at a piece here. Let me find it. I'm back. Oh, wow, it's already faded because it's old. There's Mark. Let him back in. Oh, he is back in. Hey, man, how you doing? What's going on? All right, I'm going to go ahead and show Space. Oh, my hat's in the car. One super secret unreleased piece. I'm just going to go ahead and show one. Look at there.
Oh, yeah.
Computer retile. This thing has started to yellow. It's been in a bag forever, but it's yellowing.
It happens.
It happens. So, yeah, I don't know if it's Mark got to go to Billund and other places, and we've acquired in certain places unreleased Lego pieces. So, there it comes. The Mary Kay stream. Look at there.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, Old A Falls.
Yes.
I need y'all's help or anybody's help.
What help do you need?
I need a perfect condition. One of these. But I can only spend so much money. By the way, the dog just got snipped. That's why he's crying. If I need to mute the whole time, I will.
If it happened to me, I would be the same way. So, you know,
definitely.
Actually, close to it happened. But anyway, go ahead. What do you need?
Oh, that's a castle piece.
It is the cheapest one I can find on Bricklink, not broken, is $25 before shipping.
Really?
I'm willing to pay $15 including shipping.
What set did it come in?
6074.
I don't think I got it either. I'll go look.
I have very little castle stuff.
I understand, but you were there, so I think you were there when they created it, weren't you?
Well, I've been around that long, but I really didn't get almost any castle stuff growing up. I had a couple of like little sets. I never had an actual castle.
Look at all the flags.
I have a very tiny flag drawer.
Well, you know, don't be talking about your personal issues online right now. So
there it is.
I got this, but most of this, a lot of this is unprinted.
So,
I don't think I have castle flags. I have a pirate flag.
I have an Ewok flag. Which set was it? Let me see if I have
6074.
Oh, look. Andrew, welcome, buddy.
What up?
Hey, Andrew.
What's happening, guys? Cheers,
What's going on,
everybody.
We're on the hunt. We're on the hunt for the part.
Ooh,
I need it without broken.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's the only ones I've ever seen were my childhood ones, which all broke.
Yeah. Bricklink has them the cheapest, unbroken $25 without shipping.
Wow.
So
That's probably why it's $25. Is everyone?
I'm almost certain. I have 2 broken ones now.
There may be something to do with that blue. That particular run of blue or something was brittle or some kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah. I think it was just that era of the flag piece tolerance, too, because I had a lot of broken pirate flags. As well.
Andrew, this is for you, buddy, right here.
I love it. My Transformer collection is now whole again. This room was like non-existent like 3 days ago.
Nice.
Yeah.
Andrew and I nerd out about Transformers when we're not nerding out about Lego, so we share hobbies.
We alienate the other nerds with our nerdom.
Nerding is good. I have a ton of those with the ninja symbols on them. I don't know.
So if you guys are hearing the sound of our voices, please, Brooksmith at whatever, hit me up. I'm in need.
That's right.
I need that part.
Seth, my friend Seth says he's got one with the dragon in the chat there, but it's a different one.
I got the one with the dragon.
Good to see you. We've got. If you hear my dog barking, my wife's got friends coming over upstairs. That's why I've been banished to the basement. I'm okay being banished to the basement. Jake is Fortniting on the TV over there, so I'll look.
What's up with Zoom Junior? Sorry.
Oh, that's lovely. Look, this one is broken in 2 places on 2 different.
It'll still hold on to a stick.
No, it won't. Well, maybe it will.
Yeah, that's the question. Like, you just throw that away? Oh, nice.
It's hard, man. Man down is hard. It's hard to do.
Because I try to just purge as much of the like trash. Like a lot of that run of the bright red.
Oh, can I use that over
here? Or bright red brown, reddish brown.
Yeah.
That stuff just like shatters.
The bricks are brittle blue also.
America.
I have a plethora of these because I used them on the Justice Hall of Justice moon base a long time ago. And all of these stickers are of that era where they're cracking up and falling apart because Lego sucks. So
are those the ones that also will not come off?
Yes, they won't come off either. But I also have a plethora of these. Look at those.
Ooh, sparkles.
Oh, nice.
Because they came in that little satellite set. These are the days before Bricklink and stuff like that. So to get a part, you had to buy multiples of a set. So I bought multiples of that really crappy line satellite that came with these. With these to get the round piece with a plate out the back end to make slams with back in the day.
You want to try and fill this thing up?
Do what?
You want to try and fill this thing up, this room?
I don't care.
Okay. I haven't sent out a link yet.
All right, that's fine.
You want me to try?
Oh, sure. I did find this. John Palmer, the old John Palmer Matchbox kit. Remember those?
I do not. I remember John Palmer's kits. I have an M-Wing kit.
Oh, yeah. I just found mine. Look there. It came out of the bag. There it is.
Yeah. I have some John Palmer originals that came me via way of other AFOLs.
There's my M-Wing is in a bag, but I got it.
My M-Wing is in a bag. That sounds like an after-school special or something. I don't know.
I'm talking about Palmer stuff.
Well, my train crashed into my castle, and my dragon's upside down.
The one he gave me actually has the X-Wing.
Yeah. Which at the time was like a really big deal. Now it's like
print. Yeah.
There, Chris. 72 of your closest AFOL friends.
He made tons of colors. These were the little legs that came off the dudes that came from McDonald's. Isn't that right? The little McDonald's guys.
Yeah, the little funky dudes.
Let's see. I have mine in a box. And I forget what color this one is. The tape is like gone.
Your box is different. Mine has a different label. Like I don't know what's going on with the different label.
I did not get the box.
Okay.
Jake, Jake just pulled
Yeah.
off the table again.
It's hilarious that it's got like the website that no longer exists on there.
Zemi, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome, Haley. How you doing, Haley?
What is this?
Hey, Haley,
I see
you're
a
in
stream.
space.
How are y'all doing?
Deputy Shep, welcome to the chat over there. Good to have you here. Fine young man.
Ryan asks if 20 minutes will be soon enough because that's what he says he can do.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how long we'll do this. I know there's a stream that I'm invited to. Is Brick Blaze doing his thing tonight? Do you know?
Yeah, that's 9 Eastern.
Yeah. So
It's 2 hours and 20 minutes from now.
I'll keep doing it till you guys drop off and get bored. So, by the way, this is Haley. Haley Bricks, how are you?
Spaceship. Good. How are y'all doing?
Hanging in there.
Haley, did you come to Brick Fair, Alabama last year and I missed you?
No. I was supposed to be there, but had to call it off a week before.
I got you. All right. Well, I mean, there were a lot of the folks that are on YouTube's right now that came to Brick Fair, Alabama last year, and I did not. So, good.
Yeah, there was a good chunk of us there.
Yeah. So, basically, one of the things I'm kind of excited about, and the reason I just turned the camera on because I'm working at my desk, is I found a few bags of some old stuff that I had displayed in my old house, and I finally ran across the box they were in. Look there. Bot Factory.
Ooh.
I should have renamed this in memory of John Palmer. When was the last anybody's heard from John Palmer, by the way?
It's been a few years.
Did he now he dropped in the IRC chat, right? When was that?
Yeah. It was a few years ago, and he dropped in about 15 minutes before I was about to leave work one day. And so I talked to him for a little bit. And then in the time it took me to get home, he was gone and I never saw him again. So
weird.
Sounds like John Palmer.
Yeah, it was just exciting.
Oh,
encounter.
That's right. Okay, so here's a question. You pull an old mock out of storage, thinking of displaying or thinking of whatever, and you find it's got yellowed bricks in it. Do you replace them? Do you keep it? What do you do?
Ooh.
I remember that one.
Yeah. Because I just pulled that Indiana Jones airplane out from storage, the white one, the Pan Am one.
Mm-hmm.
And the stickers are horrible. They're peeling, and a lot of the white bricks on it are just yellow. But I still display it because it's.
Yeah.
More Andrew's theme right here. This is an old mock that is more Andrew's theme. It's the little delivery shuttle.
Oh yeah.
Or Space Blue Ribbon. And I don't know what happened to the top. The top is somewhere in a box, but it's
but it has an interior with a dude.
Space beer. Yeah.
I'm all about space beer, man.
He's delivering his space beer. So yeah. I built this for Brickfest PDX 04, and Palmer actually built a Moonbase module that had a landing pad, and I printed him a big logo that he put on the side. It was like the factory. And so I parked a little shuttle on top of his factory and had the space beer guy on it.
Rad.
So that's the story behind this old thing. It's been in a box ever since. And
yeah, for me, like if I pull out old mocks, most of the time, like I don't keep a lot of stuff in general, and it kind of tends to all get mulched. But like if it's something of like nostalgic value, I'll just hang on to it. But like most of the time, it just gets shredded. Like just goes back into the wall.
It really depends on whether I need the parts for something, because I've got stuff in a big one over here from Brickfest 06 that still probably could be assembled.
What about that, Chris?
Brick glaze. I don't want to see that, man. That brings back bad memories.
Should I get rid of it?
Yeah, get rid of it.
As an inside joke where I harassed Chris with this.
Yes.
Okay.
There's a guy named Brick Blaze. He does a show, and it was his anniversary. So I sat down and I built him a full-size brick of his logo thing. And while we're on the show, and I was like, "Here, I made this for you." He goes, and I made it black because I can't tell. The colors don't come through. He's like, "That's pretty cool, though. My brick is purple." And then, of course, he shows me this purple one that they built a long time ago. So I just like, fine. So I just disgustingly unsorted it as we talked and everything. So ungrateful.
So you failed. You failed at building.
I failed.
A factory logo.
I failed
That's
miserably.
unfortunate.
Is that annoying?
Well, it's going to make me cry.
As long as the dog's not dying, I'm
He just wants to be played with.
I'm starting to hear the Sarah McLachlan music over here. I'm like, no.
Well, he's got a comb to shame on too. So I mean,
Oh no.
is amplifying the sound. Is that
yeah,
what-
that's why he's crying. Is because but the thing about it is with the comb, because he's part dachshund, he can still get to the food on the floor.
So I got pretty close to Black Falcon, but no dice.
Oh,
Haley,
yeah, Beth
It
mentioned
is
that in the
crispy.
chat. Yeah, that one.
Good.
Haley, willing to pay, don't want to pay what Bricklink wants. It's got two broken tips. Do you know where you could get your hands on one of these?
Oh no.
Did you say no?
Maybe.
Oh,
Maybe.
I found these are the Futuron dudes that came in that town set not long ago. So I haven't found my original Black or Futuron that Mark got me. So
What?
he's in a box somewhere. I got him. There's a Zemi bot, John Palmer.
Oh, nice.
So anyway, what is everybody else building / doing? I'm just sorting, or rebuilding.
Well,
So I like rebuilt this room, and then I have a bunch of stuff that's like in progress. I'll give your viewers an exclusive because I haven't taken photos or shown anybody any of this.
You got full screen. Oh,
I got a drop ship. It's got engines and whatnot. I threw a contest a little while back, a 9-brick mech contest. So there's mechs that go with this. Can open up.
oh.
So you can have some mecha dude action. Look, he's in there.
nice.
He's out of there.
The load and unload mechanism is fantastic.
Yeah. We're strictly all about the high production values over here. That's how that action works. It's basically a Winnebago. It's like a mecha Winnebago, which is great. So yeah, it's fun.
That there is an RV.
Yeah, I was on this like 9-brick mecha binge where I built like, I don't know, a dozen tiny little mechs. So the next logical thing was to build something that goes with them.
So what was the origin of the 9-brick mech? Because I saw it, I wanted to have done it, but I didn't.
Yeah, so there was an Italian dude, Marco De Bon, who built this mech that was super rad. It was just like amazing to me. And he was like, the challenge is to make a mech under 85 millimeters, which is roughly 9 bricks tall. And I was like, oh man, that's like a great thing. So I did it. I built my own. And then I was talking to the Wackleg boys, and I was like, dude, we have this thing that like I could give away, which was pretty money. It's a Pete Reed signed exosuit set. Pete's the man, and he comes and blesses us with his presence when he can. So it was like a legit contest, and we got a ridiculous amount of entries. It was like 250 entries, 300. It was a ridiculous amount. And people from all over the world participated. It was really cool. It was a good thing. It was like a perfect thing to do at what I thought was going to be the end of the apocalypse. It just keeps going. So eventually I will mail those guys prizes out. But because the dude that won, Uger, whose build is fucking amazing, He lives in Sweden, and international mail to Sweden right now, not quick like at all. So I'm holding on to these things until like lines of communication can be reestablished across the waters. And that goes for a bunch of the dudes. Like we all have trophies to mail out to people, and like there's a couple dudes in Italy, and but you're gonna get it. It's just a question of when. It might be a couple years from now.
Yeah.
Somebody might have to hand deliver it to you.
Yeah, there's mini me.
Oh, what is it?
I thought he was in a box, but mini me.
Yeah.
You got a box big enough for that to fit in?
I do. That's mini me with the OG Futuron green torso and my bubble helmet.
Yeah, the sandy elements.
Yeah, I have a bag of those because those were fun.
Indeed. Yeah, I actually have a bunch of those because of Pete Reed. The first time that Pete Reed ever like visited me in LA, he just showed up and like gave me and the homies a bunch of parts from England, and we were just like, "What is this?" And, like literally, it was like Ziploc bags of like Sandy helmets and like Pete Reed curated goodness.
I remember the first time I met Pete Reed. Was it Brickfest 06? I think he came to. So, and he was new and I'm older and I'm a huge fan of his and he liked my stuff. So all of a sudden you have this guy who speaks with a thick British accent talking to this guy who, when he gets excited, speaks with a thick Southern accent. And we were talking at each other and there was a moment going, I'm like, I couldn't understand a word he was saying. He was so excited. And I'm like, yeah, man, you're the best. And all this kind of stuff. And it was totally, there was no communication except for excitement between the two of us. So we kind of had to go, oh, let's slow down. I'm Chris.
Well,
and then we kept going.
Well, but the thing is, Pete's very tall and exceedingly nice. And it was the very first day with setup. And he runs up and is like, I'm Lego Lover Man. And he has a shirt that says Lego Lover Man on it. And I'm like, show me something you built, because I didn't know what he looked like. I mean, I knew his stuff from Flickr, but I didn't know what he looked like. So, it was just like,
that's really the more surreal part about being in the convention scene and like the IRL part of the hobby thing. Is
right.
Like,
and so I'm like,
people over the internet, but then you actually hang out with them, and it's a whole different experience.
He takes me over to a table and he gets one of his little turtle things out, and I'm like, "Oh, you're the turtle guy." Okay.
Oh, we're talking about the turtle guy. Okay, now I know what we're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, exosuit guy. Yeah.
Exosuit guy, the turtle guy, the cool space.
Pete, the bot god.
It's like that's how you identify people, is by the stuff they build. So you have to like go and see. What did you build? Okay, you're that guy.
Yeah. There's been many a day at when we were at Brick Fair. Brick Fest, the old days. Is somebody come up and talk to you, and they're like, "Yeah, remember and they would give your screen name, and I would secretly go get my computer out because we couldn't use mobile back in the day. It was like, go get my computer out, which usually was sitting where I was setting up so I could look up what had busted, and I would go Flickr search there. Oh, that guy, that kind of thing. Because totally didn't know or couldn't remember. I'm terrible at it anyway. So, but that was the day.
My first Philly show, we were walking around, and this gentleman comes up and starts talking to me and starts saying like, hey, how are you doing? And he just starts going off, and I'm staring at him for a good 5 minutes, and then I had to stop and said, I am so sorry, but I am spacing on your name. And then he says, oh, it's Rubrix. And I started laughing. I was like, oh, okay, now the voice and everything. But I told him, like, man, everyone just needs to wear a little screen, a little square box around them when we're doing the show, because I'm like spacing when you finally get to meet people in person.
And what's funny is back in the day we're talking about, 05, 06, we didn't even hear voices because we just did Flickr and things, so we didn't see anybody's face or anything on the internet. You had to get a satellite hookup in a aircraft carrier to talk across the ocean to somebody on video back in those days. So
yeah. I was talking about this the other night. Like the first time I really connected with the community outside of like Los Angeles showed up in a fucking airport to meet a bunch of dudes who I'd never met before, and we all stayed in a hotel room. And I was like, I hope none of you are serial killers. And it was great. And like that was over a decade ago, and I'm still friends with all of those dudes, and it's all rad. And like,
And only two
the
serial
community
killers,
is, you know, blossomed. But
and only two serial killers in the group, right?
No,
You
there's
got
a brick
somebody
killer.
downstairs, Chris.
Do I?
You got somebody eating M&Ms.
Oh, do I? Do I?
Yeah.
I didn't hear the noise. Oh, Rick Blaze. What's up, man?
What's going on? You might as well just kick me right back off because I am building a Chima set.
Oh,
Ooh.
get out! Get out! Wait, which one?
The badass fire temple.
Oh,
Oh,
you
yeah.
got to build that one. Cool. That is awesome. Oh,
Oh,
Chima is
where
one
is
of
it?
the best parts
Give me
ever.
the downvote. There you are.
oh, man. Don't knock it till you try this one. This one's got like
What's up, MJ?
a lot of technique, but whatever.
Oh, no. We had them all, and I pulled them all apart, and my fingers still hurt from
Yeah.
sorting through Jake's Chima bin that we resorted. So
You got to show up, and they're like, "Oh, you play guitar?" No,
Here's part of it. This
take
thing is
Chima
cool.
apart.
that's right. All gnarly.
That's pretty rad, man. Chima's
Pops up
awesome.
and then the wings.
Oh, that's the
flip out.
bad guy. Yeah.
Yeah, this thing looks cool.
Yeah, and I like all the trans parts. I have like a million of those ice whip, giant horn things. Yeah, which someday will be deployed.
Well,
Don't get me wrong. I don't love Chima at all.
MJ likes Chima.
That set was a good set.
Yeah, to me, it's like parts are parts. So like, I don't really care about it.
That's why I spent $40 on a Lego Friends bulk haul the other day.
There you go. Lego Friends has great colors, man. You got it.
Lego Friends is getting more attention to make good town sets than Town does. So
What? That's excellent.
I wouldn't know though. I don't look at Town, but
No, why would you?
I just read it for the articles.
I
Anyway,
don't know, man. There's new Aquatown that's coming out, new sea life creatures, and that super cool helmet now.
I need like 10 of that poly bag with the manta ray in it.
And that dude with the helmet's dope. The manta ray is great too. The new mold.
do you think that when I play Star Wars or Star Trek that I care anything about physics? That's what.
None of us care about physics.
Yeah, I agree. Parts are parts, but once you have like 3,000, certain technic parts that you really don't use, it's like I can't even fit these in a drawer. Just leave them in a bag. I don't care. So
Yeah, such as the light.
yeah,
I don't know. I'm a big proponent of like, if you have something in mass, then you can do something with it. Like, yeah, and
Yeah.
I don't know. Like Technic bits. Like all my parts included. Like I'm at basically 100% stored, but the Technic is probably the hardest to go through if you go through like in minutia.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just gets sorted into the trash, Mark. I'm kidding. But
We already talked. We had a show where we talked about crappy parts, and this was one of the ones that I talked about. Was
I
this,
feel like that could be probably what happened.
I think this was from.
Oh, Zoom's gone, everybody.
Chris failed.
This was like from a soccer thing. I think.
Yeah, it's from the soccer
Yeah,
stadium.
yeah.
I've got one over there.
I got a broken one over here that I got in the other $40 bulk bin I got. Or bulk. Welcome back, Zoom.
Back.
That was kind of cool. I booted myself.
We got everybody.
Booted yourself back.
Zoom likes to be booted.
So I got to ask for Zoom, since you're doing this thing here, are you still going to be available for my show later?
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm going to do this for a little while. I was just going to be sitting down here for a little while, so I figured I'd turn the camera on and see who showed up. So
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God!
Be
That's a
down
beautiful
building, why not?
placement, Haley. Of that brick.
I know. I actually turned the camera on.
hey,
Yeah,
how are you?
I get to see that brick, and
Hey,
you're right. It belongs
Yes, that
there.
one.
It belongs
one.
there.
Whoa, that's
I told
cool.
you.
Get that. You're right.
Technic.
And things 8 feet tall. No.
Okay, if I had giant
it-
picnic, I'd be okay.
She
with
was able to hide it for a little bit behind her back, which was impressive.
Yeah.
That was twice. I hit it twice from Kevin.
She's talking about Kevin Hinkle, guys.
What?
So
Oh,
so
no,
easy. to
Kevin
get.
Hinkle.
So easy.
Ankle check.
it. Ankle
Yeah.
drag, get your ankle swag.
Julian, you still have your
I
video.
think I have a poster. It's on
I
a
got a
wall.
poster of his too.
There.
Andrew's like, what is happening?
No, I know who fucking Kevin Hinkle is.
Hold on, let me see if I
All
have
right,
a
Chris,
Kevin.
I'm
Yeah,
trying not to cuss
Keep
with
it PG for me, buddy.
This guy right here.
You know, he has a hard time with that.
you. Yeah.
I got it. I've known you for a long
I
time.
also like, haven't been around humans for a while.
Robots. Cuff.
Humans that aren't my wife or like strangers at the grocery store.
Somebody got the last kick before they're gonna not hear the end of it. Is that what you're saying?
I just don't want to put you in a bad place. Be like, oh my god, who brought this hooligan?
Everybody's welcome here, man. So
Watch me and Bricksmith play Grand Theft
Listen,
Auto.
no. We need to. Hey, me and some other folks. We do shows on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Bring your hooligan ass on out. We'll let you curse.
All right. Well, we'll see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, any friend of Clutch's is a friend of mine.
Okay.
All right.
Shout out to Chris.
Cl-
Shout out to Chris.
I ordered parts from Clutch last week and I hadn't seen them yet. So
Hey! It's the COVID. It's
Dude,
not
that
Clutch.
guy is
It's gotta be the
balling out
mail.
of control right now. Shout out to the Empire Bricks on the Dollar.
I had excellent service when I ordered from Clutch. So
I know.
You know, I got extra stuff in there. Chris, you got parts from that bulk haul.
Yeah, Chris is he's a hustler, man. Like
No, I know he is.
runs a tight ship. I wish I could get out east and actually go to the brick and mortar store because it's
I've been there. That's great.
yeah.
We on the bottom
Hi,
half.
Christina. We were talking about Brickfest. This is from what year is this? Ooh, this is from 05. This is Christina from Brickfest
Yeah.
2005. Sorry, this backwards camera thing is I don't know if you probably can't see it, but that does say 2005 on it. But yeah.
We
This
see
is
it.
the Christina figure getting the
Uh-oh.
swag.
Okay, I'm gonna let him in, but Sands is coming in the room. So
Whoa! Who sent that guy an invite?
What's up, Sands?
Hello. How are everyone?
Not sure why my neighbor's dog.
Hello,
Is that
Sands.
your dog? Okay.
It's Sands.
We were talking about John Palmer earlier. Check this
Yeah.
out.
John Paul. Oh, what is that? Hang
This
on, let me.
is one of the original alphabet fighters.
Oh, dude, I forgot all about that. Man.
It's super good, dude.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That is so cool.
Oh, that's cool.
And then the
Yeah,
drop down when it's not
Slides down, right? Yeah.
yeah.
So money. Okay.
Palmer
We'll do
was
this again in real time.
No, it's
Come on.
yeah. I was gonna say he built it so that the stairs push it up.
There you go.
and
Yeah.
Close it. I remember
and at the time, this was like really crazy because these barrels were very rare.
Yeah.
This is the John Palmer original that I curate.
Nice.
Oh, dude, that's cool,
Yeah.
man. I remember that. John built in ways that we hadn't thought about yet back in the day, and he was.
Yeah, I mean the whole idea of the sliding cockpit and like just all of it it's pretty intense. It's
What is
still
that probably about?
which is that's kind of the impressive thing because I feel like Lego fan builds, like what we all do, it's very much a dateable like moment in time because the palette is constantly changing. So you look back at our old builds from 10 years ago and you're like, oh yikes. Like this I could have done so much more and really smoothed out a lot of things and now it's like
Just sitting here on my table, like this is from probably a good 10 plus years ago. I think this thing.
so hot. I love that cockpit orientation.
I remember.
Did you have to brasso that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it was from the Anakin Starfighter, so this was all
Yeah,
pretty-
yeah.
I I had to brasso it off to get it clear like that. But
Worth
But
it.
yeah, this
Worth
is,
it. That's that like the golden era of Classic Space is like you, Chris, and Dan Jassim all just like throwing heat at each other. Like, that was my early days of the community.
Yeah, when did you start, Andrew?
So really, like I guess officially, probably 2006, because that's when I moved to LA and I met Ryan, and then I went to BrickCon 07. Right? Yeah, that was my first convention, and that was like really, really super influential. Like that solidified the whole excuse for all this nonsense. Like. Yeah, and then it just deepened from there. Like I've basically been to a Lego convention every year, except for like 2013. I went to Japan.
I was actually at 07. I was at 08. I was at
You were
08.
at 08. You weren't at 07, but I think I met you in 08.
Yeah.
And then 09, and then 2010 was the Bricks by the Bay, where we hung out and then parted ways.
I was also at BrickCon that year as well.
See, I at that point I was only doing like one Lego convention a year because I was younger and it was a big ordeal to be like, I'm gonna throw a bunch of money at like an extended weekend and pack a suitcase full of fragile things that I've spent months on.
I was lucky at the time because BrickCon for me, my best friend from college lived 2 blocks away from BrickCon and had a condo, so I would just crash on his couch.
Oh, dude!
So for me, it's like I buy a plane ticket and go out there, and I could just stay for free, and just to eat. That was all it cost me.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to BrickCon. I don't think it's happening this year. It probably shouldn't, by all business acumen. But like, dude, everybody's like, you should go to all these other conventions. And I'm like, yeah, but I got this one, and it's on the West Coast, same time zones. And I love Seattle. And now it's like deep with nostalgia for me. Now it's like crazy. Been there so many times. You can hold hands.
Man, you okay over there, buddy?
Oh, me? I'm fine.
It's like an avalanche.
You're shelling over there.
It sounds like a part shelf just fell on your head. I don't know.
Oh, no, that is a dog nails on a hardwood floor.
Oh, it just sounded like the standard, like.
Yeah.
Smash.
No, just too much excitement.
Hey, hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Hey, if Zoom ever send you that link that Carl sent me, I texted it to him.
The cheap set. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I told him about it.
Oh, you're talking about the
Subway.
Oh, on Amazon?
Yeah.
I got it off Amazon for I think it was $23.
Okay. We had the link for you.
So last night, Walmart.com for me showed it at full price. Well, actually, it showed it a $50 price because it was a marketplace thing, and I couldn't find one from Walmart themselves. Today, it showed up as $19.99, sold out. But then when I went to the store, I just said, "Hey, can you match your own website?" And the lady's like, "Yeah." So
Sweet.
there we go.
Which that was that?
For Zoom, I've got to take a food break.
Okay.
I'll come back. You can kick me out all the way if you want.
I had this one, so I had to have the Subway to go with it.
All right, man. I'll
Yeah.
move back to the thing. Just text me when you
You
get back.
probably know, but the Subway and the tree fit together.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I better grab the Subway and before it disappears.
Yeah, that's something. It's one of those things that kind of people know sort of generally, but it's not actually on the box or printed or anything. You just sort of have to realize that the two sets are meant to go together. It's one of the weird.
Subway's got the blue things on the back, so I was like,
Yeah.
that might fit.
If you watch the YouTube videos, which my son has really been into, the YouTube videos for Hidden Side, there's a scene where one of the teenagers, that's one of the characters, gets knocked through the subway portal and comes out in the Hidden Side, which is what the tree is. And so that
That's
watching
that's
things
the logical
win, I
connection.
saw that, and I'm like, wait a minute, those
I like
two.
that you had to fucking deconstruct this and go on a really deep analysis to be able to figure out the two toys they're supposed to be able to connect together.
Well, there's a small square on the back of the box of the Subway that says flip. It shows it flipped around. It has the blue things on the back, but it doesn't say like connect it to anything else.
That's so whack because the amount of nonsense on that box.
Yeah, and that's something we talked about.
Have a photo of the set on the front and then a bunch of nonsense on the back. Yeah. And one of those pieces of nonsense should be how your toy is supposed to interact with the other toys so that parents, i.e. Mark, buys the set and goes, oh, there's a whole hidden world. If I buy all these other sets, I can micromaster them together.
It's Ryan. Welcome to the chat, man.
What's up, friend?
You're now out of the ready button.
Mike,
you are super quiet. No, we got nothing.
It can hear you a tiny bit.
All right, having problem hear us. Are taking up?
Test.
That's good.
Ah, there you are.
There you are.
What up, bro?
What's up?
Chilling. Hanging out. I got the super cool classic space square now.
We have a Hinkle sighting in the chat.
Oh, Hinkle sighting! Welcome, Hinkle. Get your Hinkles out.
Hinkle check.
There's a poster over there.
You can't turn the camera or something?
I mean, I guess I could. That's like work. So, over that way. There's
it's behind the space logo now.
That's even better.
Oh wait, I think
there we go. There we go. See, it's classic space. There's the
there it is. Hooray!
Hey, let me get the big tree. Hang on. Go back.
Chris, why are you making me do so much work?
Are you letting me throw up by spinning that around? There's your Hinkle right there. There it is.
Right there.
It's space.
It's space.
There we go. Good vibes.
Good times, everybody.
All right. So I've got to decide if I'm. Oh, let me get you off the big screen. Sorry, dude.
Oh, all right. No, I'll hang out here.
Now Brick's here.
Well, no. I need to know if you went. I got to know first. Did you go change into that shirt before you came on my stream? I just need to know. It's okay if you did.
Yes.
I just need.
100%. No, I don't normally walk around my house in shirts with my nonsense on. This is actually like a terrible quality shirt. So it's like really itchy and it's also old because I've been doing this for a long time and I got the shirts like early on. So it's not very good.
Link in the description to get your own.
Yeah. Actually, shout out to Vlad. I think Vlad
Terrible quality.
Because I didn't design this. The homie Vlad did, and so for a while he was like, "Yeah, I'll sell your shirts." And I was like, "Cool, perfect." Like you made the logo, just great. And then I also purchased shirts with stuff through Custom Ink, and I think that's probably my issue is like. I got the one-off, and I didn't pay for the quality shirt at all. Bought like the cheapest shirt 4 years ago. So, yeah. Short answer: no, I did not wear this normally.
Okay, I just wanted to know, man. That's all good.
Ryan,
Mark, lick it.
I just wanted to know if you. I just wanted to know if you walk around. Hang on, show that again, Mark. Do you walk around in your own shirt like all day? Because that would be amazing if you did.
No, I did not. Are we showing off nostalgia? Because look at what I got.
I was just doing that for Ryan.
All that hair moved down here.
Oh, that's. Oh.
Wait. Where did you point? Never mind.
There it is.
Oh, there it is. Oh, BSP.
You want to see? Ah.
God.
Nice.
Yeah, this is all because of Ryan back in
I
the
can't
day.
believe someone ruined it by using Sharpie all over it. That's tragic.
Tragic. Tragic. I didn't even build this one. Zach,
Added immense value to that one.
it's deep in the nerddom.
Do we remember how good Battlestar Galactica was before it got so bad? I mean, it got so bad.
No, I have to opt out of this one.
You're too young, Sans. Never mind. But
Yes, Kevin.
I watched
The
the
technic
old
break,
one
we were
when
just
I was
talking about that
younger, and
earlier.
I never saw the new one because it was on a channel I didn't have access to. So
I never went back because I have deep nostalgia of hanging out with Brian in his living room. Like, really, like episodic TV at that time was a big deal.
Yep.
You couldn't binge the whole season of BSG.
No.
Like,
No, man, you had to
we're
talk
going
about
to
it at
Ryan's
work the next day.
house. We're gonna watch BSG and build some Lego. It was great times.
Oh, I remember when it was good. Mark and I we'd be on the phone like 3 minutes. The credits were going and we're calling, dude, and all that kind of stuff until after they rescue him off the Caprica 2. And then about 3 episodes after that, Mark's like, I think I'm out. They go from alert vipers to Apollo boxing and crying and all of a sudden Starbucks and Angel, and I don't know. It was stupid.
I mean, nobody thought the boxing episode was good. I think they admitted later on that was a bad choice.
Crying and boxing. That was just, I don't know.
Well, there was like a writer's strike or something that happened, or something like that. Plus
Yeah,
budgetary
that
costs.
messed up a lot of my favorite shows that year. Lost had a hit
Yeah.
from that too.
Heroes had a hit from that.
Yeah, Heroes.
I think Lost was lost from the beginning.
Forgot about Heroes. So much potential squandered.
At least we got a Spock out of it, though.
That's true.
This is true.
So Ryan, you are 100% Lego-less right now.
I have a single Lego set in my possession right now, and it's actually Mark's fault.
Is it a
Show it. Show it.
that you're playing?
It's
Two.
well,
Lego sets.
one is mine and one is my boys. They bought the Subway hidden side set, and I bought the El Fuego airplane hidden side set.
No. It is proper to say El Fuego.
El Fuego.
You got to say it right if you're going to do it. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, but Mark wouldn't stop talking about it, so I had to go buy one for myself and see what the hype was all about. And they're actually pretty
What
cool.
happened? Wait. We're leaving out the video chats that occurred between our children because I was talking to Ryan,
For the
like,
next generation.
and we were texting, and I was like,
That's
the
actually
kids
exactly what
haven't
happened.
seen each other in a long time, so why don't we do a video chat and they can talk and stuff? And so Paul was showing his hidden side sets to Ryan's kids.
Oh, dude, game over.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then once they got the app going and they saw, oh, you can buy all the sets and you get all these characters, you can fight all these bosses. Now they've got plans to buy every single one. So
Well, of course. Yeah, collect
Thanks.
them all. We were talking about how if they communicate more of that on the packaging,
the
parents
packaging
be
is
able
the
to
worst.
understand that.
Yeah.
Right.
I think
Like your
I think I
kids-
said this.
your
I
kids
think
are
I said
having
this in
AR
our Discord
experience.
chats. I think
So,
I said
like-
this in the Discord chat. Like, I've never hated Lego packaging as much as I've hated the hidden side boxes. They're just absurd.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
literally.
they also, I would be fine if the artwork was distinctly different. Like if the color palettes were different, you were like, this one's the red fire set, and this one's the brown desert set, but they're all just kind of like universal.
I think the art that they have on the front should have been a poster included inside,
Yeah,
and the
that'd be
box
cool.
should look like a
Yeah.
standard Lego set.
or it's like an unlockable AR thing because there's
Yeah.
an app. And you
Well, the
put a photo
art-
of the set on the front.
It's trying to do
Oh,
too
my Lord.
like they're trying to show too many things on the front because they got to have the Lego logo and the parts thing, listy thing, and the ages and the stuff and the
Here's
title.
the
And
thing.
and the artwork is trying to show the guy with his phone doing the ray out of it that shows the hidden side, and there's just too much going on, and nobody can make sense out of it.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
decode it, and it literally has. I mean, it tries to show everything and shows nothing because you can't. I've literally gone to go buy one for my son, and had to sit there and look at the price point to know, okay, I'm getting the $40 set and not the $50 because the artwork, it just looks the same across the board. You can't decode it. It's awful.
Somebody,
I think probably part of the marketing issue for Lego, and that just occurred to me, is that like back in the day on the back of the box, you would have just had a photograph of a kid using the toy, right? Like you had photos of Zach the Lego Maniac like interacting with, you know, spaceships and trains or whatever, but like now they're like, we have international markets and we don't want to like necessarily put the blonde Aryan child on our international boxes. So it's like, it's challenging, right? Like, how do you communicate how to use this super complex thing? Whereas like, I do feel like it would be easier if you just put the thing on the front of the box that you get inside the box. And on the back, you have a huge panel with a kid with a phone using the set. And you're like, oh, and then you show what you see on the phone. It's like so easy. I don't know.
But
Mark's lying inside because he's the designer. He's like having an aneurysm.
the marketing for Hidden Side, if you look at the Lego website, I don't know if you've looked at their site for Hidden Side.
No, I'm like Lego lore agnostic at this point. I for the parts, and I acknowledge zero the fiction outside of like what comes in the box.
But the weird thing about the Lego site for the Hidden Side is that it doesn't look like the box cover, and it also doesn't talk about the characters. It's pictures of like teenagers in hoodies with their phones around a table with the Hidden Side set sitting on it. And I'm trying to figure out like, why is it teenagers? Why is it not like 10-year-olds and 8-year-olds or...
Because 10-year-olds and 8-year-olds look up to teenagers.
Okay, but it's like teenagers that are too old. It's like 18-year-old teenagers.
What do you mean?
Teenagers.
Wait, how old
They're
are
the
you?
coolest. I'm 21.
It's like 90s sitcom status where you're a 27-year-old playing a
The
18-year-old.
30-years are playing Power Rangers.
Yeah.
By the way, the kid across the room heard that and takes offense to it. He's 15, just saying.
That's what I'm saying is that if they had teenagers who were 15 looking at the thing, that would look a little closer in age because the Lego website has pictures of teenagers who literally look like they're old enough to vote. Playing with the Lego set. Like,
To go look at this now.
it's weird. It's weird marketing.
Yeah, it is.
There
I
might
mean,
be a kid or two in there that's a little younger, but it is weird. It's just, I don't know. It struck me as strange.
did some marketing guy said, hey, if kids see this, they'll think they're being older kids by playing with this fancy technology stuff, and so they'll think they're older or some junk like that. Who knows? I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's also that the kids in the series, the Hidden Side kids, are supposed to be teenagers, and maybe they're trying to make the connection to that or something. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Crack.
Oh, yeah, they are old looking.
Yeah. While we're talking about stuff other people have built, this was my when we did the I forget what it was called. You build something and send it to the next person on the list. Here's a really cool
The Starfighter telephone game.
yeah, the
Excuse me.
Don't talk about that because I'm the one that it ended on and I never sent it on. But
Well, dude, that one was.
That's been like
doomed
every
to
series.
fail.
Every series has had someone fail their team.
I did it. I failed. It was when I was getting over being sick. I thought I could do it, and I failed. And it's
Dude,
gonna.
Chris pulled the cancer card.
with a stand.
I didn't get boned at all in that. Like, I built people things and I got things from people.
Yeah, me too.
But then, like, you definitely had like fail points, like Fradel.
Yeah. Okay, good. I'm not alone. I don't want to be in the same boat as Fradel, so maybe I should pick this up. But the thing is, mine had the Ninjago sails in it to build spaceships with. I'm like, I can make a space fish. I don't know. Anyway. So.
Yeah, that's a little limiting.
Yeah, I mean, it was a kind of a. I mean, I was not
You
sick.
could
before.
have just reinterpreted the sale, just thrown it away, and been like, "Well, I made some glittery nonsense, so that's the new."
I could have made
sale."
something with. Yeah, that would have been cool.
Yeah, and it would have been all. You
I
could
was
have just brick built the sale. That's actually the gangster move.
And it also had.
I didn't tell you
it had
that
purple-
10 years ago.
It had purple windshield. It had purple windshields and sails. I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? I don't know.
Yeah, that's too much. That's too much. This is like.
Hey, help in the
Look
chat.
at
Butt
picture,
Chop, what's
bro.
going on? Oh, Scott Little, how you doing, man?
It's Scott.
Butt Chop will appreciate what I'm building.
Butt Chop is here.
Look at that, Butt
I
Chop.
know. I'm surprised he didn't wake up when you were talking about Chima earlier.
Yeah.
He was-
the collar zapped him and woke up. That's heard the call of Chima.
Yep.
Actually, Jake and I have this idea of making post-apocalyptic Chima, like the chi is all gone and dried up. They're just these rattling vehicles and stuff. So
That would be
Custom
Hey, guys,
vehicles,
what is
custom
this?
vehicles.
What is this thing?
hang on, I've seen one of those too, and I have no idea.
It's a little Technic thing. I just don't know what it's from. It's like a little.
There is
Some
some
kind of
more
gear.
gnarly Technic sets because it's a gear shifting thing. I have the range.
Okay.
no Chop. I couldn't save it anymore. I had to do it.
Has a
I had to
couple
build it.
Technic. Let's look up that part.
So Ryan, I think you should have co-op your kids' sets and build some original mocks. Just get out of your system.
Yeah, it might get to that point. It's getting pretty desperate. I've never had so much free time on my hand and been so far away from my Lego. It's killing me.
Yeah, that's rough.
Like,
I mean,
even just the
I'm
thought that we
thinking
could
of
have sorted it.
right now because I got all this back in action. But
Yeah, you got that back together fast.
Hey,
Oh,
Ryan.
I've got nothing else to do right now, bro.
Hey, Ryan. There's a lot of folks tuning in probably don't know who you are and what you do. Can you tell a little? And we're gonna have you on our chat Thursday, right? So
Yeah, this is the pre-show.
this is the pre-show, but you get what are you doing here?
This is the kids and the
It's the cast of CW's The Hidden Side.
Hey, is that the COVID fist bump where you just don't touch each other?
Is that a rack of like auto parts or something behind their head? I don't know.
I think it's supposed to be like science junk or something.
Dude, they're in a maker space. 'Cause they're
Yeah.
rolling
Oh,
No, if you go down
There's a
further,
3D printer
kids.
off to the
They
side.
do have some pictures of actual kids playing with it, but that one photo is just weird because it's like, how old are these people? Like 18-year-old,
I mean, to be fair, if you look at probably the marketing from early Lego, you were like, what? Sometimes it was a miss.
yes, it was. All right. So anyway, Ryan, I'm gonna give you tell them who you are, what you do, and what you're doing right now.
I am a Californian trapped in Florida trying to get to New York.
Wait,
That's-
pause. Did you go get a Brothers Brick shirt and put it on just for this, or did you have it on already?
I did go change. I was in jammas. And then you were like, let's chat. And I'm like, I'm going to put something a little more decent on.
All right, just advertising.
Yeah,
that's fine. That's fine. You're good. You're good. All right.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
So I came into the Lego scene about 2002, 2003. My first con was Brickfest PDX in 2004, which you guys talked about a couple of weeks ago. I met most of you guys around 2003 or 4. We did a lot of Battlestar related things, 2008, 2009. And then in 2009, I got a job with Legoland California. Have moved up through the ranks after starting as a model builder, moved to designer, moved to team lead, moved to supervisor. And then in 2015, I moved to Florida to start up a new model shop. And now I'm trying to move to New York to be part of the Legoland New York team and running their in-park model shop. So I am not currently working while things are so messed up, but that's where I'll be eventually.
Sweet. So you're just hanging out in limbo. You're just
Literally limbo. Yeah.
And your Lego is where?
My Lego is in storage in New Jersey somewhere, I think,
It's sideways.
waiting for us to have a home.
Oh wow. So wow. All right. Well, that's his story. We'll hear a little more about that Thursday.
That's the Reader's Digest version.
Reader's Digest version. We're also hoping to have on Thursday on the show Tyler Kleitz from who won Lego Masters.
You got heavy hitters, Chris.
Yeah, man. But you know what? Tyler may be having a baby that day. So if they have a baby, I'm kind of hoping he's on the show and you hear.
He's going to live stream the birth.
I'm familiar with this ramp up to Lego project while fellow A-fold wife may give birth any moment.
That's right. So yeah, I want to hear my water broke and him go, hang on, let me finish the story. And then he runs and goes take a walk.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe, and then he runs off. So but anyway, yeah, so he will possibly be on the show if he can and everything. So that'll be fun. And you guys are all invited to come back in and send me an email to my email address that you may have. If you don't have it, it's Zoom at Gmail. That's just what it is. That way I can have it and I can send you a link next week to the show. Now that you can put 10 in here now, we'll probably put 9 in here to keep it even on the screen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can do 10.
Cleaner with 9.
Yeah, it's got to be Brady Bunch. That can't be Brady Bunch and then somebody else hanging at the bottom. That won't work. So,
I mean, you gotta have like a really compelling graphic with some messaging on those blank spots. If you're going that way.
Brady Bunch and then their cousin that nobody liked.
Yeah,
the addition to the
everything else
last season to bring back on 30 years. Yeah.
We just had a lull in the conversation there, just sort of.
That was a natural pause. That's right. Pregnant pause. Sometimes you have to breathe.
Scott
take a
Little
breath.
mentioned that Star Destroyer toss in the chat. I actually completely forgot about that, and that was one of the crowning moments of PDX.
Oh,
and people were angry. Like people online were angry because we uploaded a picture. We uploaded a video of it or a picture or something, and there were people like, "How dare you smash the thing!" And
No, it was epic.
So is that where the ultimate, what is it, the battleship? Is that where that came from? Is that what birthed that with Simon and all that kind of stuff?
No, we're going all the way back to 04.
Is that the thing where you build the interior and then you throw it on the ground and the interior spills out?
Well, no. From what I've seen, it's like Battleship, and you put your spaceships playing Battleship, and when you lose a ship, you've got to toss it and everything.
Okay.
So,
We did it in Chicago a couple years ago. I think.
Simon definitely seems like the guy that would be a opponent of something like that, where it's like a game no one else can play.
Right.
So, also, who's got time for that?
I don't know. Did we lose Haley? I think we lost Haley.
I'm an old man.
That makes more sense.
Like you guys now, though, where I'm like, I'll build one spaceship. I'm not building a fleet of spaceships.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you just bring a suitcase with extra ships in? You're like, here's my ships I'm putting up to my battleship with.
Well, I really like the spirit of it, like the gamble thing, because it's just Lego. It goes back together. I had a really defining moment, probably a long time ago, at our old place, where one of my wife's friends was looking around at all my Lego nonsense. She was like, "Okay, so one of these was to break. Which one would you be the most sad about?" And I was like, "None of them. It's fine. They go back together." And
She
she
starts
like,
tipping
blew
things
her
off the
mind.
shelf.
Yeah, it was just it's it's more like which one's going to be more of a pain in the ass to deal with, but it's not all for loss. It'll be fine. It's Lego.
Start smashing your own stuff. I don't care. Watch.
Showed her.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I could do that.
I
I'd grab
said-
one of Jake's things and throw it down. See, and then Jake would freak out. So,
But it's you're not really gonna the likelihood of you actually shearing a piece and the monetary amount of money you're out is really nothing. You're not gambling anything except for the time of building a spaceship. The problem is that I'd be like, cool, I'm gonna ante in. I got 2 spaceships, and then like Mark would be like, cool, I got 1. Ryan would be like 1, and then Simon would be like, well, I built like 8, so y'all are dead.
The Battlestar fleet comes in and he says,
And then we just all throw our spaceships on the ground.
Yeah, I
However,
sacrificed my really nice
I would
decal.
get it in solidarity if we all just threw our spaceships at Simon's in unison. That would be great.
Kamikaze.
So, like, don't tell him this. This is the plan for whenever we do this thing.
well, now I'll just go ahead and drop this. Probably the next possibility of a convention is Brick Fair, Alabama. So that means you guys need to come to Brick Fair, Alabama. I'm just
When is that?
That is MLK weekend.
2021.
Yeah, 2021. I got a feeling that's going to be the next one. Fill it up, Mark.
The great Alabama
These
resurgence.
were cube dudes of Invincible and his dad. And I think only Ryan cares because it's a
I
comic
care.
that he read, but
I care a lot.
yeah. I just did that for Ryan.
Ryan made some money off of his fandom.
Barbarian.
Yeah, I did.
Ryan has
That's
all the
crazy.
connections to legitimate business, apparently. I'm now realizing this.
I may have made a few dollars in my day.
Blue Falcon entitlement.
That's right.
Yeah, it's funny. These guys were asking me earlier. They were like, "So, what was your first convention?" I was like, "Well, I met Ryan, and then I met Zach in an airport. I'd never met him before, and I prayed he wasn't a serial killer, and it was great. I'm still homies with Zach today."
It's always a positive experience when they weren't trying to murder you. Yeah, that's always really good.
Yeah, my first
Right.
convention was Brickfest PDX, but then that fall I did Northwest BrickCon with Bruce Lowell. But the night before we flew, he came and stayed at my family's house with me. They'd never met him before, and they were just somehow fine with me bringing the stranger into my house to sleep over in my room the night before a Lego convention. It was the strangest thing in hindsight.
And stay in a hotel together. It's all good. Nothing to worry about.
Although,
Yeah.
you stayed at my house and Bruce stayed with Palmer or something?
Yeah, we ended up staying in completely different places, but
No, dude,
we flew together and
Nothing to worry
slept in
about.
the same house together before we went.
But that's the amazing beauty of the Lego community is that all of these things where it's you just hang out with strangers and you're bonded by the hobby and it opens all these doors that honestly I don't think would have happened without the hobby and the online community. I would never meet the 4 or 5 new people hey,
You people.
well, I'm saying you people because Rick Blaze, no offense, I've met you tonight. I've also and Sans who has dog nails, but this is another element of that where it's there's old connections and there's new connections and it's all happening.
Oh, so these people are just for your benefit to use for new connections, I see. Okay.
I like that you're talking from behind that logo.
Oh, okay.
It echoes when you talk.
Welcome back.
Mr. Smith.
Speaking of those people,
Keep on.
It's also here's the thing. It's also small world. Apparently all you guys know clubs, so it's it's all connected. The Lego just connects different people.
I drank crazy sodas with Clutch at Philly.
There you go. You just
Yeah.
good at drinking, man.
It seems that when generations kind of shift in and out, there's a few that carry over. Like Mark and I were in kind of a generation, and then
Lugging it.
you and Andrew then were the connecting generation to that. I would say going over, and then community kind of split out, and now there's a big community on YouTube, a big community on Twitch,
Instagram.
there's a big community on Discord, and all this kind of stuff.
Well, and what's really wild to me is meeting you guys and being so long with you.
The corner.
Now, you're literal children
Sam,
forming the next generation.
stop your camera. The corner is being shown. Drop your camera down. Yeah.
No, it's cool. You just don't have a hard triangle.
You know, and some in the younger generation listen to their elders, and some say no.
Just because you're old doesn't mean you are wise.
No, they're wise just because they're wise.
We may be wise.
Julian is not one of those examples.
Bless his heart. Bless his heart.
Bless his heart.
Bless his heart.
So anyway, so yeah, so for us, so would you guys say that solidifying you and sticking with the community started with a con or just interacting online? Which would
Lack of friendship in the real world.
Okay, saying, well, do you have friends in the real? I don't know, man. We barely know each other.
I think that's the root of all of it. But beyond that, what was your actual tangible?
What are you doing?
Well, we can just go ahead and admit that it is a miracle that any of Sans you're not in this case, that we're married, okay? That we do this and we found somebody that went, oh, really? Okay, you know. So anyway, so yeah, Sans, you're not there yet, buddy. So, but connecting to community, and I know Mark and I connected early online with Rec Toys Lego, and then Lugnet for sure. You didn't do Rec Toys Lego, but I learned it for a long time. But then it was for me 2002 that I went to a convention first and met some guys, and in 2003 I know Mark came then and made that connection a lot deeper, I guess you'd say. So for you guys that are new into it, was it just the community online, or did you need that one-on-one? Hey, I'm at a convention with these guys, and or girls or whatever, and we're connected. Did it take that convention to really solidify you in the community?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Because Julian and I were friends long before we ever got to meet in person.
We started hanging out in 16, and we met in 19.
Yeah.
And we have been bigger than thieves from 16 to 19.
Cool.
Like, if one of us is on the internet, the other one's probably going to be right behind him.
Do you think that's a byproduct of the technology? Because you guys have got to really like video chat and hang out, I'm assuming, since 16.
Oh, yeah, nonstop. Yeah.
Which is a far more intimate thing than like the IRC thing that the OGs did.
Yeah, because we actually, before we even tried to talk to each other on IRC, it was mostly talking on Lugnet, just text posts and photos of our stuff that we built.
And going through Brick Shelf going, is that him? Is that the guy? I mean, if he got a picture of himself, maybe, you know, so.
Right. But I guess somebody started up IRC.
Yeah.
What about you, Sans? Was it like the online thing or the IRL thing?
Someone just sent me a link one day, and here I am.
Okay. The online thing.
He's just off the street. He doesn't. Do you know what Lego are? I'm just wondering. No.
I think I've learned a good bit about Lego in the last 2 or 3 days, but no, this is a pretty fresh topic for me.
But now, and looking at Sans there, he does his best to keep up with what's going on and the extra exclusivity things that Lego is producing and stuff like that.
Yes, Sans has a lot of product knowledge. I know that for sure. So
Too much.
There are different depths to the same well, I suppose. So yeah, interesting.
Hinkle says Butt Chop brought Sans into our lives.
Yeah, he did.
Is that
I'm
right?
gonna worm my way in eventually.
Like a canker sore? Or no? I don't know.
I mean, you know.
Like the kind of worms some models swallow to stay thin.
Is that what you did?
I don't know what that means.
Have you swallowed me? No, I can't.
So Sans, are you going to turn your screen not green?
I don't have that ability. This is for video making. It just so happens it's where I am at the moment.
Okay.
He's hiding
We were
bodies.
all waiting for your background to do something like. You know.
Yeah, I'm like
It literally just needs to be just on fire. That's just it, just the fire.
The technology is not available to me, but if it makes you feel better, I can move it out of the way so it's not so distracting.
No, it's probably more distracting if you move it out of the way.
Oh, good. I'm glad you said that because I can't move it far.
Like you're talking from like a VFX, like behind the scenes, like
You're at Lucasfilm right now.
It's a podcast.
That's where's Lucas? That's at Lucasfilm, right? That's the new set. So, so actually, the reason that we're probably all bothered by it is we've been in enough business chats on Zoom to know that guy with the green screen is going to have the goofy stuff going on, and we're just waiting for it and expecting it while we're sitting here chatting. So,
Like the roller coaster background.
He's not really in space.
what?
He's not really in space.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, I think I'm going to wrap this up. Thank y'all for coming by, and we had a lot of folks in the chat too. I'm going to get a little rest, and then Brick Blaze has a building show on Twitch at 9 Eastern, which is 8 Central. And so join Brick Blaze over there. You can support him on Twitch too. He does a lot of cool games and stuff like that. So support him over there.
Play games in the chat and stuff.
That's right.
Oh yeah, dude, it is the coolest, most fun in the chat. Like the funnest chat on Twitch is right there at Jason's, man. I'm telling you what.
It is fun, especially when
Especially
what's the horse game? What's the horse game?
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption.
Red Dead Redemption, the most boring game I've ever watched on the internet ever.
I played 5 hours today.
I'm like, yeah, at least something happens. It is the horse game. It is the most fun to make fun of. I'm like 5 minutes to ride the horse.
Yeah, it takes like 30 minutes to ride across the world. You know, or GTA, I'm like, I'm gonna hit the boost on this Batmobile, and we're there.
That's right. So,
like the biggest okay boomer moment ever with the horse.
It's the horse game, man. That is all it is, man.
That was like, son, are you playing that horse game again?
That the one where that horse has got a stud on him? Yeah. Thank you for that close up there, buddy.
Yeah. Well, you asked, I had to show.
That's right. So anyway, so join him tonight. He'll be on at 9 Eastern, 8 Central, and we'll have Old Gray Bricks live on Thursday at 7 Eastern and everything. So we hope you'll join us for that. So thanks for hanging out. I'll lock this thing down. By the way, I restored this. This is an old mock of mine that I hadn't had out in a while. I haven't decided if I'm going to keep it or leave it or whatever. So
drop test.
It looks pretty badass.
Well, the only thing is as I have to lock this down, I would love to make that open, but it's hard to do with the cylinders. So, but it also has a shuttle bay. So yay. Anyway, so
Chris, is there a white version of that Falcon printed cockpit now?
There may be.
I think there's one from the newer rockets.
That's true, but I know that the print is so bad it almost looks gray. So I don't know.
Well, it might be 50-50. Worth checking.
But yeah, that's a good idea. I may need to replace that. That'd be good.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for having me on. If you guys want to watch some other nonsense, Bricks and Beer on YouTube, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, not that he wore the shirt on purpose, right?
Yeah. It's more of this. So, cheers, everybody.
All right. Anyway, y'all have a good night. Talk to y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.
There's a private chat.